Well, howdy, Jared. I jumped on just in time to see you say howdy, Aldermans. Hey, everybody. Suburban, the Fuel Homestead, Mother of Many Horses, was here ready and waiting at the sound of the bell to jump out of the gate. Bandana, good to see you. Hey, Hope's Homestead. I know at the bottom it says Tommy and Patty Alderman. Do not fear. I know everybody tunes in here to hear Patty and see Patty. She'll be here in a minute. We've had a crazy Sunday afternoon, and she had to go take Tomas. So that reminds me, I need to, let's see here, I need to add another media file. We had Tomas with us this weekend for a while. I want to make sure that audio is right, yeah. And so I've got a little something for you here in a few minutes. Hopefully you'll find it as a treat. But then Patty had to go take Tomas to meet Daddy, to meet Chicho just a little while ago. And she just got back a few minutes ago. And so she's over next door checking on Mama, checking on Patty's mom, and getting her squared away for the evening. And so she'll be back. We had, you know how on a homestead, I don't know if it has to be a homestead, but just raise your hand if it's always something. Can I get an amen? It's always something, right? Deep South, hey, doggone it, J&J Acres beat AldermanFarms to the customary Deep South homestead visit, and we're gonna get there, and we're gonna come bearing gifts. We're gonna come bearing horseradish. Jared, did you bring them any horseradish? I didn't think so. So anyway, it's always something. And Patty just heard Patty come in the door. She's like, "Oh, I didn't make it. That's all right."
And the cat's in.
So, see what I got on my hand? Does anybody know what that is? Take a guess. Let's see what your guesses are. What is that on Tommy's hand? There's another little piece of it right there. Let's see if I got any on my left hand. Yeah, I got a little bit on my fingers on this side. So, any guesses what that is? I'll wait. I see that hand, Susan. Yeah, I know. Wanda, Danny, whoever that is. I know we're slacking. All right. Yeah, you did come from further. I don't know. It's probably about the same drive. Nah, maybe not quite. I think it's a couple of hours from here to around Wiggins, Mississippi. I think I saw where you drove like 3. I believe that's correct. Hey, Icky Can. No, Donna, it's not ink. It's not ink. Just come on now. Tell me what. Now, I led that in by saying it's always something on the homestead, right? Something always happening. Come here, TC.
Here I mean.
TC. That stands for Tomas's cat. Full name TC Meow, because when Tomas was little bitty, he called cats meows, which makes sense, right? That's a meow. And TC is can get in this house. She's got a system cooked up where she hides behind something on the deck where you don't see her. And boy, when you open that door, bam, she comes right in. All right, so what is this? No, it's not blue coat. It's not. No, it's not skin glue. No, I don't even know what gentian violet is.
Oh yeah, that's for thrush.
Oh, no, it's not gentian violet. It's not a blood blister. Thank you. Basics to living. We have a winner. It is PVC glue, or in our case, CVPC glue, or CPVC glue. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
There's
Sorry
Pat.
I'm late.
All right, everybody can be happy now. Patty's here. Oh, and by the way, I'm pointing the wrong way. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh, I see. Yeah, nice.
Everywhere you go. Anyway, yeah, we had a hot water heater mishap late last week, Thursday. Was it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday or Friday, one of them.
Thursday or Friday. And I'm not Mr. Handyman, but every now and then I'll try my hand at something, and so...
No, you're not telling the full story.
All right, you tell the full story.
Get Tootsie, stop. Well, I think it happened Friday. Or maybe it was Thursday evening. Anyway, we didn't think we'd have enough time to get the plumber out and everything.
No. See, you're ahead of me. You're not telling the whole story.
Oh, okay.
So I looked at it, and it was coming from around the
you
upper
tried to
element.
fix it. That's right.
And so I thought, well, maybe the element's messed up.
Yeah. And so he had changed the element already in this hot water heater.
Yeah, hot water heater's about 10 or 11 years old.
And so
I went to Home Depot, bought 2 new elements. I was so proud of myself. I found my hot water heater element wrench, and if you don't know, they've got their own. You can just mute it all the way.
I'm trying to.
I mean, turn your volume thing. Just turn your volume all the way down. That may work. Anyway, so I was so proud. If you didn't know hot water heater elements, there's a special kind of wrench. It's like a piece of pipe. And I actually still had that.
And could find
it. And could find it. That's the main thing. So I was so proud, boy. Remember to turn the power off after I had touched the water heater.
Because I asked if it was off,
So replaced the elements. I was so proud, man. Drained the water. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know who ever thought on older model water heaters, and 10, 11 years old ain't that old, but it had a normal looking spigot, a downward facing spigot on it. Well, and it was right down on the ground. You try to get a water hose bent, so anyway, I finally got it all drained, everything, got the elements back in. Boy, I was all excited, turned it back on, here we go, and it was still leaking. And so it looked like it had rusted out around in one spot, kind of beneath the element. So anyway, then.
So then we didn't think there was enough time to get a plumber out. We were just going to wait.
We were just going to wait it out. Our plumber that we use.
Well, and because Tommy said it's got wiring going into it.
Yeah, it's got wiring going into it.
I don't want to do that.
So I'm notorious for downplaying my ability to do things, and so.
And I didn't say anything.
No, she didn't.
I didn't say anything.
She didn't.
Until Sunday.
So I sent Jeff, our plumber, a text message, and they had just blown back in from a mission trip to Ecuador, and he didn't sound real excited. And I talked to him at church today, and it's just he came back to everybody. He actually bought every hot water heater Perkins Hardware had.
Really?
Yes, Jeff actually bought. It's like So I had bronchitis for 2 weeks. Apparently, everybody in Brookhaven did, and all the same people lost their water heaters. And so anyway, it is a pain in the patoot, literally, to not have water in your house. And
we managed.
We managed,
But Mama's next door, so
yeah, that was a saving grace at Patty's mom's house next door. But you go to the bathroom, got to bring a gallon jug of water and pour it down the toilet, and so anyway.
At least it's raining, we have water.
I told Patty, I said I'm going to get a hot water heater today.
Well, no, Sunday we talked.
Today's Sunday.
I'm sorry, Saturday. We talked about it, and I said, we could probably watch a YouTube. I did it very slyly. So we could watch a YouTube video and probably see how to do that hot water heater. And he said, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I think we can do it.
I think we can do it. So
there was no we to all of this, y'all. We've had the grandbaby, and so Tommy has done it. Corey has helped him a little bit, but and I see somebody on here, I think it was Rain or somebody said that plumbing's their least favorite, least fun job. But I like plumbing.
It's not bad, but the thing I get frustrated because I do boneheaded things. When I'm trying to do something, and I had a great idea that I wanted to. I don't know why this isn't standard. In fact, I asked Jeff, my plumbing friend, about it today at church. He said, "Oh yeah, man, I do that every time I install a hot water heater. That is, put a shutoff valve on the intake."
Yeah.
And
because we had our whole water cut off.
Yeah, we had to cut the water
to
to the whole house off to cut it off to the hot water heater because it did not have a shutoff valve. So I went to Home Depot, and to let you know the little silly things I do, bought the hot water heater, got all the fittings. I was all good to go, right? Come home, and I had bought all PVC fittings, 3/4 inch PVC fittings, and it's all 3/4 inch C PVC fitting. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Just know 3/4 inch in C PVC is not the same as 3/4 inch in PVC. The C PVC will take hot water, things like that.
Oh.
So I had to go back, get more fittings, and one of the fittings I got was a shutoff valve, a ball shutoff valve, not a ball, whatever, a shutoff valve to put in line with the cold water intake. And but like a dummy, which, yeah, I know how I could have done it. But here's what I did do. I tried to glue it in place vertically, with the pipe running, sitting where it was. Well, when I did that, I put a little bit too much glue, and it dripped down into the valve thing, and froze the valve up. Glued the valve, halfway open or whatever. I was just fooling with it to see, and like a dummy. So I ended up breaking the valve. Had to cut the pipe and just splice it back together like it should be. And but I'm gonna go fix that. I'm gonna go back and get another. It's just $1, a couple dollars, and I'm gonna put that shutoff valve in place. Yeah. And because that will allow, if you ever have a problem with your hot water heater, you can still have water to your house. And so that's what that. I done about peeled it off now, but I did pretty good. I didn't get it too much all over me, and I hope I hadn't glued the can shut. I've done that before.
He's a much neater worker than me. I would have it all over me.
I don't know. So anyway, we hadn't turned the water on yet. I hadn't got it wired up yet. You're supposed to put all the pipes, together, and I wanted to let it sit for about 30 minutes before I turn the water on. And so that was about 15 minutes ago. So it'll be good and set by the time the show's over, and then I can go turn the water on, and y'all just pray that there's no rain inside Alderman Farms when I turn that water back on. And
once the rain stay outside.
Then, according to the instructions, I'm supposed to let the whole tank fill up. We'll have to open the hot water thing, let the air come out, let the whole tank fill up before I even wire it up and throw the breaker, which I know most everybody probably knows. If you turn on a hot water heater with no water in it, it'll burn up. So.
Hey, Roxanne says she works at Lowe's in cabinets, and she says she hates do-it-yourself plumbers.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I know. I went there before with different jobs and everything, and then I don't know any of the names of the things, and they all are. I call them all things that do this or do that, and so I know they hate to see me coming. So. Well,
I hate to tell Patty this, but no, I'm sure. Thankfully, I was able to get the same brand hot water heater. And so I kind of know which, it wasn't like blatantly obvious. There was no big sign that said, this is the cold water intake pipe. This is the hot water pipe, But I did notice on one of the pipes there was some red dots. So I'm assuming that's the hot water pipe. And so we're going to find out. And I'm pretty sure it is. And the pipes on top of the hot water heater are in the same position as they were on the older model. We did downsize, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm glad we did, because that sucker barely went in there.
I know. Well, I was measuring it while he was at Home Depot. We were talking. And
we were FaceTiming.
Yeah, we FaceTime. And I knew it was going to be hard, because that other one, you would have had to have your hands up like this and up in there.
I don't know if I got it in there because of the width.
We'd have had to cut some sheetrock away, probably.
Well, I barely got it in there width-wise.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So we had a 50-gallon one because we had... 4 kids for 6 of us in the house for a long time, and now that it's just me and Patty and Corey occasionally and Tomas occasionally and Carly Ann occasionally, we went ahead and downsized to a 40-gallon, and it's only 48 inches high, so it was a whole lot easier to get in and do what I needed to do on the top of that thing, and I'll be able to wire it in place. I'll be able to get into the wiring little thing. And do that with it standing there. So, but anyway, I'm about well. Hallelujah. Praise God. Can I get an amen? Because, my goodness, it was every bit of 2 weeks, 14 days, 15 days, something like that.
Yeah.
And if you can tell by my voice, I'm still not, my respiratory system is still not where it needs to be. And
but day 15 is when you said...
I think I'm over it.
Yeah, I feel better today.
I feel almost normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something, boy. I tell you, and I chalk it off. One of my little joking sayings is, "It's tough to get old." I'm only 53, but apparently it wasn't just me, because I called the doctor. I went through a 5-day regimen of medicines, and I called the doctor on about day 8 or 10 or something like that, and they said, man, just hang tight. Everybody's having a hard go of it, and it's lingering on everybody who's getting it. So anyway.
Yeah. And thank God, I think I have, I've passed on it. I didn't get the full thing of it like Tommy got it. So, but anyway, I don't know. Did we tell them about Tootsie, how sick Tootsie got?
I don't know if we did or not.
I don't remember if we told you or not. Tootsie had to have a little surgery.
Yeah, she had to go under the knife. Tootsie's about, how old is
10.
Tootsie?
She's
10 or 11?
10.
Is she 11 now? Almost 10?
Probably.
So she's I don't know.
She's
Is
our
it
baby.
7? Is that right? 7 years for dog years or whatever. So she's 70. She's an old lady, 70, 80 years old. But,
you better watch out.
Yeah, now older. She's a senior citizen. So no, what do you call that? Seasoned citizen. She was Chelsea's. We bought her for Chelsea as a puppy, and Chelsea grew up and had a family and all that. So Tootsie is now she's now an AldermanFarms dog, and boy,
well, Chelsea said, well, maybe Tootsie, when she gets out of the hospital, she could come retire at our house.
Yeah, and I told her, yep, $500.
That's
She's yours. $500. But
There's an expensive baby.
she had a cyst, and she just wasn't really was touch and go in the surgery. But boy, she recovered.
The doctor didn't think she was going to make it.
Doctor didn't think she was going to make it, but she pulled out of it like a champ. Yeah. Let me show y'all this. I'm hoping you're going to hear it. We're going to be quiet. Patty, be quiet when I do this.
What are you playing?
You'll see.
Uh-oh.
Jesus was born on Christmas Day. Jesus was born on Christmas Day. Glad and happy day. Jesus was born on Christmas Day. Thank you, God, we say.
All right.
Tomas, one of the little songs he's learning at his little preschool that he attends. I hope y'all could hear that. We just got real quiet. The audio meter on the live window in Wirecast was indicating that you should have been able to hear it quite well. So I'll wait for your comments. I see that I'm watching what y'all are seeing, and Tomas just got through there. So y'all let me know. Did y'all hear Tomas? Tomas gets a thumbs up, huh? Yeah. Somebody give Tomas a thumbs up. He was fired up. I don't think it was my idea, wasn't it? I think I said, why don't you sing it Sunday?
Yeah.
And he agreed, and he wanted me to sing it with him, and I said, no, you can do it. And so there wasn't like 1,000 people in there, but there was a church full of folks, and he didn't bat an eye. I think he got a little bit intimidated, which is why he messed up on the words the first time, when it kind of dawned on him that he was looking at all those people, or more importantly, that all those people were looking at him.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the tune just quite right, but he such a sweet kid, and he was he loves to come to the farm because I think we've said this before. They live in a very nice apartment in a very nice gated community.
And they have a playground.
And they've got a nice playground and all kind of stuff, But it's not the same as he's got the run of the place here. And he gets to go outside and ride. He's in and out. He's out playing football. We made him some uprights out of PVC. Some goalposts out of PVC so he could play football. And he's got his little battery-operated four-wheeler, and he rides that sucker till the battery runs down. Well, he couldn't do any of that this time. Why? Because it's been raining. Yay! Thank you, Lord. And it's still raining. Still misting rain, which I'm hoping means that by tomorrow we'll get word that the burn ban has been lifted.
Yes, I hope so. I'm ready for a fire outside.
Yeah, but we've enjoyed having him. We have. Sound was perfect. Great. I'm glad to hear that. You're welcome, Bob Homestead. We don't mind sharing, bragging on Tomas. He is our heart. I promise you. Suburban Hillbilly says, all these homestead channels with their grandchildren are killing me. I need grandbabies. Well, I agree, Suburban. You do. Are you listening for them? Let's see. Patty, what you got? We got a lot of time to fill. 40 minutes left.
I forgot to tell you, I've got a new quick tip video. I've run out of ideas, y'all. And somebody was laughing because I've asked for people for their quick tips where I can put a quick tip video. So we can do quick tip videos. But
we'll give you credit.
I have one that I read about, and I can't remember where. Because, we've talked about how when you have a little bit of vegetables, you just freeze the little vegetables and everything. And when you make soup or chicken pot pie or whatever, you have your own fresh vegetables to throw in. Well, I was reading about chicken broth, bone broth. And somebody was saying, like, as you're using celery, how you cut the tops off, or you're using your onion, you cut the top off and the bottom off, and you throw that away or put it in your chicken bucket or whatever. Even like bell peppers, when you're cleaning it up and everything, they said put that in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. And when you go to make your bone broth, it don't matter, even if the skin is on it or whatever, you're going to strain that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in that way, I thought that was a great idea.
It is a great idea.
It's a way to, cut some corners on things.
It is.
So I was excited about that.
It is.
But you haven't talked about what you've been up to this week.
What are you talking about, this?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I was going to. That's what I was going to do next. Well, y'all remember, I think it was last week.
Wait, you know what? Let's. Somebody's asking about the car and the deer. Tina.
Oh, yeah. Where do we stand?
Yeah. Well, I told y'all it's a 2002 Suzuki, and I've done some checking on KBB and Kelly Blue Book, and at the most I think we'll be getting for that car is about $3,000. The least is probably around $1,500 or $2,000. So if they total it, that would be the value of it. So my mechanic has already done. Estimate for $4,000. Of course, that's using all brand new parts. So I'm really looking for them to total it. There's been a lot of confusion with shelter. They've had 3 different people that aren't working there anymore, and so they've been short-handed. So I know a girl came out and saw it Friday, and I'm supposed to hear something by Monday. So in the meantime, Corey's still here, and when we get done, Tommy is going to bring him to college.
Yep, that's right. And there was quite a bit of confusion, and we were kind of frustrated with the insurance company because it seemed like none of them talked to each other. Patty'd have to tell every time she talks to somebody, they would ask her some questions that she just got finished answering with other people. But the confusion wasn't all their fault, was it?
No. Because the last girl that I talked to, she asked me where it was at. And I blamed it on Tommy because he was sitting right there and did not correct me. I told him the wrong body shop.
Yeah.
And so she called me Friday evening and she said, "Did you tell me your car was at Porter's Body Shop?" And I said, I probably did. But it's not there.
We know the Porters.
Said, I know.
We know the Porters, and we've used their body shop a number of times. And but there's also, we got a neighbor.
It's their cousin that has the
yes, one. And a neighbor that has one that's right not very far from us, and so we've got reason to use him too. Of course, it helped that the wreck happened 15 feet from his driveway.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
it's a Case Body Shop.
Luckily, she didn't tell him some body shop in Jackson. But what was that?
So I don't know.
Where was it?
Anyway, show them your
so
what you got.
I think it was last week we were asking, and I really should have put out a call for people to email us with their ideas and what they're doing, and about little side businesses or things that you do to, and we know Danny and Wanda's got their Etsy shop, and I know some of the seamstresses in our audience make some things to sell and stuff, and so it wasn't really that my little business idea came really from that discussion. It was really coincidental. So
Well, it was my fault you came up with this.
well, yeah, that's right. True, that's right.
Yeah, 'cause
So
you were asking for it.
if you remember, if you've been watching Alderman Farms for a while, you were initially you saw a face with no whiskers, and then for a long time you saw a face with whiskers like this and a little longer, and then most recently there were no whiskers again, and Tomas was not happy, and so I promised Tomas that I would grow my beard back, and once it started getting cold, he let me wait till it got cold, and so if you've got a beard, I don't know how many of you have beards. How many of you menfolk have beards out there? But if you have a beard, I know Jared can attest to this. You got to take care of it, because if you don't, it's not very inviting to your significant other, to the lovely Mrs., because it gets wiry and stuff. And so a couple years ago, or whenever, last time I had my beard, Patty put me together a balm or a conditioning kind of a thing for my beard to soften it up, and I only had a little bit of it left.
Yeah.
When I went in there,
And it worked wonderful.
and it worked wonderful. It really does soften up your beard. And so I went to go look at it. It was in a baby food jar. I went to go get some. I actually did get some, and
He put it on.
put it on my beard before I realized it was kind of rancid and kind of smelled like olive oil when it goes bad. And it didn't have any olive oil in it, did it?
I don't
I don't think so. Anyway, so I asked Patty a couple times, I need you to make me some more. I need you to make me some more. Well, that's unfair, because she's too busy to be worried about making stuff I can make for myself. And so I got to looking online and, figuring out if I was going to, what kind of beard balm I wanted. And I ended up making me my own batch of beard balm. It's in a Smucker's peanut butter jelly jar, but it ain't got no Smucker's in it. Although that would be a pleasant smell, I guess. But so anyway, I can't get. Looks like that's too bright. The light's too bright.
I think it's good.
So anyway, I made me a beard balm, and it worked great. It's got now this has got shea butter, cocoa butter, almond oil, castor oil. Did I say that right? It's castor oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, almond oil and castor oil, and it's got beeswax and rosemary essential oil and lavender essential oil.
It's a great mix. That's a great smell, too.
Yeah, it's a good smell, and it also helps you sleep at night and relax. I decided to put rosemary in it because I found some beard gurus on YouTube that said that rosemary essential oil and castor oil have some properties that encourage the beard to grow. And so I'd like mine to grow a little more. I don't want it to get like this, but I do want it to grow a little bit more. So I put that in there. Well, then I got to thinking. I thought, that wasn't hard, and it was almost fun. And so I said, what about if I make one? And actually, we can give some as gifts, and we can actually sell it and
definitely plan on doing something for Christmas.
Alderman Farms beard balm. So I got online, and I should have. Listen, I know. Always ask Patty. Rule number 1: ask Patty. I just went to Amazon and found me some little metal tins and found me some labels to go on them. And I know I paid more than I should have for them. But Patty, I bought 24 of them, and Patty helped me find some more cost-effective ones down the line. So I bought some little 2-ounce metal tins. I bought some round labels that I could print myself. And so I haven't made my first batch for sale yet, but look at here. Alderman Farms. And I'm calling this, that's white out on the camera. I can't make it.
He's got his ingredients list. There it is, and all.
I can't ever turn it the right way.
I know, it's kind of funny you trying to do that.
There it is. Relax and Restore Conditioning Beard Balm. How about that, boys and girls? Because here's one of the things I learned in my beard research is that, there's beard balm, there's beard oil, there's beard butter, there's beard, I don't know. all kind of stuff. And some of it, I guarantee you, some of it is just to have something else to sell, you know. But this did make sense to me that there's two types of beard balms. There's a conditioning beard balm and a shaping beard balm. And the main difference between conditioning beard balm and a shaping beard balm is that the shaping beard balm has a higher content of beeswax in it, you know, to make it firm up more.
Yeah, because his beard, it'll get to looking, you know, he's got, you know, he works out in the business world and everything, so he can't go around all shaggy.
I
but
can't
it's
be
nice.
shaggy.
It'll make it lay down nice and smooth and everything.
So the beard balm that's going to be very similar to this that I'm going to make to sell and to give as gifts is going to be a conditioning beard balm, because it's only going to have 1 ounce of beeswax in it in the batch. It won't have 1 ounce of beeswax in here, but the batch will be. And I'll just tell you what it is if you want to try it yourself. It's going to be 2 ounces of shea butter. I'm just going to eliminate the cocoa butter. In my batch, I put 1 ounce of each. I'm just going to have 2 ounces of shea butter. It's going to have 4 ounces of sweet almond oil. In my batch, I put 2 and 2 of almond oil and castor. But starting from the top, 4 ounces of sweet almond oil, 2 ounces of shea butter, 1 ounce of beeswax, and then about 6 drops each of rosemary essential oil and lavender essential oil. Mm-hmm. And I'm calling it Relax and Restore, because it's going to, the essential oil from lavender will help you relax at night. So I'm going to come up with this is my nighttime beard balm, and I'm going to have a daytime beard balm. I hadn't decided on that yet.
It'll be a different scent.
It's going to be a different scent. Everything else will be the same, but it's going to have, I want it to be like a woodsy outdoors type smell, so maybe pine essential oil. Mm-hmm. Might need some of these essential oil gurus and guruettes on here. Maybe might need to get with Robin over at Big Bear to tell me, because it's funny, I was blown away. I've never really done any studying on essential oils, how complicated it is. You don't just mix essential oils.
Right.
You know, they got different ones that mix well with each other, and they got top notes and middle notes and base notes and all that stuff. So
I don't know. And yeah. I don't know that much about the essential oils. Mother of Many Hearts says, "Will it be ready for Christmas?"
Well, yeah. I mean, I really need to do it tomorrow. I may do it tonight. I may make a batch tonight. I got everything I need. Hang on.
There he goes. He's really excited about this. He did good too. Once I helped him find all the ingredients, and he was so excited because I had a lot of the ingredients. I made my homemade sunscreen with it, and with the shea butter and the cocoa butter and everything. So he was so excited. And of course, we had the beeswax too. So, and I had the sweet almond oil. So he was so excited. Let's see. And he will. He's going to try and market it. And I lost the comment, but Mother of Many Hearts has said all her life that her father had been clean shaven. Now he has a beard. Well, Tommy's the same way. He has had mustaches before throughout my kids growing up, but that's all he could have because he was in law enforcement and they didn't allow him to have a beard. So now that he's in a different line of work, he can have a beard if he wants to. So he likes having his beard. So I guess that's a kind of a switch for our kids too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I'm probably going to, like that little 2 ounce tin, I'm probably going to charge about $50.
No, you're not.
Because do you know how much work it takes to get that into that?
Bring it closer. I think it'll quit being washed out.
I used a cheese grater to grate that beeswax so it would melt better. And
he had a hard time.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I was cramping up and my thumb was hurting, and it was like I was just kind of, slobbering, just drool running down. But man, so this is, I don't know where we got this from. Some folks at a homesteading conference. So I think probably at the Homestead Center.
No, I think that's what we got from Jessica and Josh.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So some friends of ours. So it's not. I mean, that's the real deal. And we've got some of our own beeswax, but I need to. Jared, maybe somebody else. It didn't quite get as clean as it needed to get. So I need to figure out how to, because I'd love to use our own beeswax
Yeah, that would really be cool.
in the formula, but so anyway, keep an eye out. We're gonna, like I said, I may cook up a batch this evening when I get back from taking Corey back to school, and just keep an eye on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook page or whatever. But I'm excited about it, and again.
In all reality, it's probably going to be about $10 a tin. We have to check and see how much shipping is and everything. But it's going to be about. That's what they're selling it for in the stores, I
and
think.
more.
And more, yeah. But we would like to keep the cost down as much as we can, but make it worth our while too.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe how much I had in it. He was
surprised, but I knew it was going to add up and was adding all the little things.
Yeah, so we got to work on getting those numbers down, but it's good stuff. I mean, I've been putting this stuff on me twice a day when I go to bed at night, and then in the morning when I get up, and it's best to put it on right after a shower. I hadn't had too many showers the last couple of days.
That's not true. He went to Mama's house and showered.
I said I hadn't had too many. I didn't say I hadn't had any, but because she's sitting close enough to me, she would know.
And I don't look like I have, but my hair's gotten wet and dried about 3 times today, running back and forth to Mama's house. So
yeah. So
anyway.
All right. So here's what I need from you guys, and I know I need to. I don't know if Big Bear, anybody here is on the show from Big Bear Homestead, but so I need to reach out to Robin too. But all you essential oil gurus, I want it to smell woodsy,
Well, wait, Janet's saying on here to make a cedarwood scent.
Well, cedarwood is one of the options I'm thinking about. See, I've never smelled that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I've never bought any of those essential oils, so he used what I had already. So, but that's good to have that recommendation that it does smell good.
Yeah. So I'm open to recommendations. You get what I'm after. I want a lumberjack smell. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. I cut down trees. I eat my lunch and I go to the lavatory. Anyway, any Monty Python fans out there, you'll get that. But, I don't want it to smell like sawdust, I guess, but,
What's that word?
Patchouli. I've seen, I guess that's how you say that, patchouli. I've seen that when I was looking up, in my research, but I've never smelled it.
What does that smell like? Patchouli.
Yeah, I don't know.
And wait a minute, somebody had said, chicken coop. They said food processor, Tommy. And the answer to that is no. Not until I get him one at a garage sale. I didn't even mention that.
Yeah, wait a minute. Somebody wanted me to make a beard balm that smells like a chicken coop?
No. Chicken coop.
Oh. Chicken coop said that. Oh.
Said
yeah,
that.
I don't think that would sell too good. So.
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. It might smell.
He said
beard balm that smells like a chicken coop.
They said to use a food processor for your beeswax.
Yeah.
We're back on
come to think of it though, a beard balm that smelled like our brooder box when we just put the chicks in there would be nice.
That's pine.
Pine shavings, yeah.
We wouldn't call that.
All right, so here's what I need you to do, because this chat's going to go. Patchouli is all right. Is that how it's pronounced, Jared? Patchouli. Well, Susan says patchouli. That's what I would think. Yeah, I'm thinking Jared needs to stick to doing math.
Jana said something about earworm. Does that have to do with
that? Yeah.
See, I figured Jana would.
She's got the lumberjack song in her head now.
But I bet you Jana's listening to watching Monty Python.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I need you to do, because this thing is these comments are this chat box is going to disappear, as Popeye used to say, and so send me an email, please, and you can put some, beard@aldermanfarms.net, and send me an email with the if it's one essential oil that will do the deal, that's fine, or if it's a blend of a couple. This rosemary and lavender blend well together, and the resulting scent is nice, for a nighttime thing. It's not feminine or anything. I can use it in the daytime, and it's fine. Of course, it's not overwhelming. You can't smell it unless you're close.
And nobody better be that.
Unless you're close enough to be married. And but send me the blend information, if you would, if it's a blend, or just say nope, pick this one and this will do it. And so we'll kind of.
Oh, Susan Sullivan says sandalwood.
I saw mention of that too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I may have to do some experimenting before I have my daytime beard balm. And what did I come up with a name for it? Revive and rugged revival or something like that. Rugged revive.
So they're talking about how some beards, they're thin on the sides and don't fill in, and somebody suggested just shave that off and just leave the rest. But Tommy for years was the same way, and if you look really closely, he's a little thin right here, and which of course the camera don't pick up really good because he's got gray too. But anyway, right up there. But what he does, he lets that grow a little longer. As when he first starts growing his beard out, it still looks a little thin right there.
Yeah.
It's just how his beard is. He just don't have a lot of hair that high up, but he does just let it grow.
Well, and
starts picking up.
In my watching YouTube videos on this topic of beard care over the last few days, there was one guy that pointed out that some men it just never feels in right there. And I know some guys it grows on up here like a werewolf, and it makes almost a nice little angle on its own. And but I can tell you this: I'm 53 years old, and I could not grow a full beard like this until I was 47, 46.
In your 40s.
In my mid to late, I think it was 46 or 47 years old. That I'm still getting new hair on my chest in
I tell you,
places.
he's finally growing up.
I'm finally growing up, and so the next thing to go is my voice will get deeper like this. But I don't know. But so you may not. I don't know how old you are, but if your face don't fill in just yet, hang in there. When you check back in with me when you get 46 or 47, because it might. And mine grows even faster because I think I started, it's December 4th today, and I started, it was just before November. It wasn't No Shave November. It was like the weekend before November, but this is a month and a week. And, so.
He said he's going to let it get bushy, but I don't know.
Not bushy, but, I mean, I want to keep it, like you say, I got business meetings and stuff like that.
Teresa did say that if you're going to use that patchouli or whatever
Patchouli?
it is, patchouli, to use it very sparsely.
Very sparsely.
Anyway.
Well, who said that?
Teresa Dean.
Teresa. So so tell me this. You heard my recipe. 4 ounces of almond oil, 2 ounces of shea butter, 1 ounce of beeswax, and then however much essential oil. So tell me, in a recipe that size, how many drops of patchouli I could get away with to put it in there. And include that information, guys, when you email me. And please email me your recommendations and on blends or single oils. But I'm glad you mentioned that, Teresa. Those of you who do email me, tell me if I need to. You heard me say I'm putting 6 of lavender and 6 of rosemary. Quite frankly, the recipe called for 3 of each. And so maybe I'm overdoing it. But my face ain't burning or nothing.
Well, I know, but you saw how much that lavender cost. I was shocked. I hadn't bought essential oils in a long time, and we got on there trying to price everything, and I was shocked at how much it's gone up.
Yeah.
But also, let's see. They
3
said,
cents a drop, I think.
Norma Mason said cedar and spruce would be a good combination. So that's good.
Ooh, that sounds nice too.
And also, then
That sounds manly.
Rain said rosemary lavender blend is also good for headaches, brain fog, and stress. So maybe you need to wear that during the day too.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe so. Hey, Southwind Technical Academy. Teresa said 2 to 3 drops. Okay. So I'll go with 3.
Janet. Yeah, he always goes on the high side.
Yeah,
Janet, I'm glad Tommy is feeling better too. Thank you.
All right, wait. JJ made okay. Jared said, my beard has a mind of its own. I just keep it fed and it lets me live.
Jared, you need some beard balm.
Yeah, you need some AldermanFarms beard balm. All right, let's see. Well, we've managed to wing it for 46 minutes. So this is a good time for me to tell you, because I never remember to tell you right at the beginning. If you're new to the show, and I haven't been keeping up with the chat, so I don't know if we got any new folks in here, but we do this as part of the Homestead Network. You can find out all about it at thehomesteadnetwork.com. I haven't seen Weetree, so Jared, if you would, if you have a chance, put the link to thehomesteadnetwork.com, and you can go there and find out about all the channels that are a part of it. J&J Acres is one. There's a link with show times. There's a weekly schedule. There's somebody on the air almost every day of the week. Some days, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's a number of shows. We are the first Homestead Network show on Sunday evening from 5 to 6 Central Time. And we are followed by Brad and Krista at the Big Family Homestead. The Homestead Network is kind of Brad and Krista's baby. And so y'all can call him Daddy when you get over there. And what's up, Daddy? And who's your daddy? Well, Brad. And so Big Family Homestead is after us, followed by Off Grid Nation. Tommy over at Off Grid Nation. And the Off Grid kid will be on there with him, I'm sure. And then Jared and Jennifer at J&J Acres with the Sunday Slowdown to ratchet things down and close up shop for the Homestead Network on Sunday. But make sure you check out those shows. Go to Big Family Homestead right after this. Tell them we sent you, and that's good too. Also, catch up with us, Jared, if you don't mind. Facebook.com/AldermanFarms. Check us out on Facebook. We're on Twitter at Alderman Farms. We're on Instagram at Alderman Farms, and we'd love to hear from you. We're pretty active on social media, and we rarely let a comment go unreplied to.
Yes, he's very good about that. Very good. And if it's to me, he always asks me and then or tells me I have to get on there and do it, because I'm not the computer person like he is. So
I don't know why I made her an email address.
I've got 6,000 emails in there.
I'm surprised you know that.
It tells me on my phone every time I open it.
I have to tell her,
Patty,
check your email. She does eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's went up in the chat, but we do have a new listener.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mom Slayer.
Let's see. Mom Slayer. I'm not sure. We have a new viewer, and we don't know how to say your handle. I missed it. I can't find it.
I say Mom Slayer.
I don't think that's Mom Slayer. I hope not.
That's why I asked Tommy how to say it. But
no.
Hello, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it's not Mom. If it's Mom Slayer, we may need to block somebody right quick.
It's a joke.
Sorry, that's my law enforcement background coming out.
And Weetree is having internet issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she's gonna be out at least all weekend. Don't know when she's gonna get it back up. So,
Mom Slayer. Okay. Anyway, glad you joined us. Sorry we butchered you.
She said that's
your name.
right.
No, it's not Mom Slayer. Like killing moms. You know. That's what,
Are you saying that I'm right?
Moms Slayer.
Oh.
Now we got Vina Demon Slayer in here. That's okay. We can slay some demons, but don't go slaying Mom.
Look, Royal's mom backwards. Oh.
Oh.
See? Oh, well, I was right then.
Well, kinda. Not really. All right. So, Royal's mom backwards. That's what we're just gonna say. Okay, Royal's mom's backwards. Thanks for. We're glad you joined us. I hope we haven't wasted too much of your time trying to figure out your. Yeah, it's very creative.
Yes.
And it does kind of look like Mom Slayer. So be careful with that. Don't tell the police officer that when he pulls you over. What's your name? Mom Slayer. Especially don't say it with like foam coming out of your mouth. That wouldn't. You're probably gonna get a ticket. All right, what else we got? Not much. Let's see. Help us out, guys. We got About 8 minutes to kill.
I made bone broth yesterday.
Yeah.
And we still have a few videos Tommy's working on. He still hasn't been able to catch up with videos between he was so busy with the paying job, and then they just demand so much of him sometimes. And then he was sick, and so when he was on vacation, he was really supposed to catch up on a lot of stuff. But anyway, we just have fallen further behind. We were going to kill chickens yesterday, slaughter chickens, and oops, sorry y'all.
That's Carly Ann telling us she's on her way to Starkville.
Yes.
Stark Vegas. On her way to Stark Vegas.
Anyway, so we weren't able to do that. We have had...
Because of rain.
We have had steady rain. Oh, it started Friday, I think. And it has just rained. I woke up in the night last night and night before last, and it's like it's not stopping. It's like God is replenishing the water table. So... Anyway, and Tomas was complaining while he was here. He's like, I never get to play outside because the last time he was here, I think he was sick. And I said, that's not true. I said, we can't be ungrateful. We have to be thankful for the rain. Even though, it does keep us from getting to do some of the stuff we want to do. But we need rain. So.
But he's good. He's been riding his bike in the house, and we built him a tent camp in the living room, and he just grinned and got his pillow, and he got up under there, and I think we ought to tell him about our guest.
No.
I think we ought to tell him about our guest.
Well, now we have to. And we have, somebody wants to know about my hobbies.
All right, tell them about your hobbies, and we'll just let them wonder about the guest.
I don't know. Gardening, I guess, is a hobby. I can't believe you brought that up.
Why not? It's where life on the farm just got real.
We have a rat.
Yeah, it ain't a mouse. It's a rat. I'm laying in bed last night. Look, I sleep
before last.
I sleep with earplugs. I know I shouldn't, but I do. And it started when Patty was pregnant.
That's not true. It started when you was in a hotel room and you wore earplugs and you got used to them.
No. That's okay. We'll go
with
that story.
I don't snore loud. I
Not
just
anymore.
make little noises.
No, but you did when you was pregnant. I'm talking about it would peel the paint off the walls. And I didn't blame her. I mean, she was pregnant. And but anyway, so I'm laying in bed last night. What? Get up. Boy, it made me pull my earplug out. Listen. There's a cat in here.
I thought it was a cat. I thought the cat got let in.
So I got to listening, and it was like banging. It sounded like something was
on
like
some glass.
Yeah, like something was cooking in the bathroom. Banging pots around and stuff. And so we got up, didn't see anything. And here's the thing: we live in a mobile home, and we've got this huge bathtub in the bathroom, and it's like just built on top of the floor and encased, right? So there's a little door on the side, and
where you can get to the plumbing. And
where you can get to the plumbing. I had to redo the plumbing not long ago. And that didn't come out right because we ended up using kitchen stuff so it fit, and water barely came. Anyway, that's another long story. But I don't know why I never noticed this before, but they didn't seal up the holes, by the pipes that come up through the floor. And
that's
so
what
anyway,
I told him. I said, that's a rat. He said, it's not a rat.
That ain't a rat.
A rat can't get in here.
A rat can't get in here. So anyway, I had to, she gave me the Persic eye, and I had to go I couldn't find our mouse traps, so I run down to the dollar store.
And he bought little mice
Well, I did.
Traps.
Well, I bought 4 little mice traps, and I bought 4 glue rat traps, and that you put bait on, and I scattered them around the bathroom.
Glue for mice.
I scattered them around the bathroom, and it wasn't a couple hours later she come out of there. What'd you tell me?
I said, it's a rat. I hope it ain't a possum.
She said, you know that one you put down there right by the opening by the bathtub? I said, yeah. She said, well, it's gone. that plastic glue rat trap, she said, it's gone. It's gone. And she said, a mouse didn't do that. So then she went back in there, got the flashlight. She went back in there and looked up on the bathtub and come back in there, and she said, it carried it in there. And
yeah, and it was,
And so anyway, I went and looked, and sure enough,
you think it's funny? I do not think it's funny.
I went in there. That rat trap was up in that hole by the bathtub, and it apparently took off and went down the hole where the big pipe came through, and that rat trap wouldn't fit. So the rat went through the hole and the trap and a good bit of the hair from the rat stayed on the trap. And it's either a rat or a squirrel because it was like
It's not
gray
a squirrel
hair.
because squirrels don't eat at night and move around.
So anyway, I've got the hole blocked up, and I got to get some of that rat stuff you throw in there where they eat it and then go out to get water and
You were
die.
supposed to buy that today.
I know I was supposed to get it today and forgot, but the hole is blocked up, and so anyway, so we've had that. Back to your hobbies for the last couple minutes. What are your hobbies?
I don't think I have hobbies. Do I have any hobbies?
It's not chasing rats.
Yeah, I apologize because I'm not a girly girl. I'm just not. And things don't gross me
She
out.
didn't squeal or nothing or jump up on anything.
Oh, I do though. If
Yeah,
I
but
see
you
'em.
didn't. You didn't squeal.
I do the gutting of the chickens and stuff, so I'm just not
I'm
squeamish.
just glad she didn't have her pistol.
I would shoot it if I
We
was
would
here
have
by
had
myself.
holes in the floor. We'd have been like
I would shoot it.
alfalfa. Eek! There's holes in the floor. I don't know if you get that reference either. I'm old.
Oh yeah, I get that
You
one.
get that one?
Yeah.
Remember when
Yeah,
you got on that
speaking-
laughing gas? There's
Yeah.
holes in the floor.
I get that one. But anyway, so
Patty's hobbies are gardening.
yeah. Well, is that a hobby?
Yeah, yeah.
Job?
I'm aware. I
Yeah.
mean, it's yeah.
I
but
like it. I've already started
You would do
planting.
it anyway.
I've already started planting our spring garden.
Yeah.
So that's a hobby. I like that. And I want to crochet and I really want to knit, but and I have some yarn. I keep buying yarn, but I don't always do something with it. But it was on sale. But I'm going to make me one of those things that go around your head.
Here's another
Like
hobby.
this.
Here's
I'm going to
another.
make me one of these, but it's not going to be fancy. Tommy bought this for me last Christmas. A girl that works at one of the police
The Byron
stations.
Police Department. Tricia
was-
Crotwell. She is a,
Yeah, she was
a
making 'em.
knitting and crocheting machine.
And look, $20. So we were talking about homestead, jobs and stuff like that we do in the homestead to make extra money. I don't plan on doing this to make money because I'm just not that good at it.
Well,
But-
Tricia cranks them out.
Yeah. If you can do it and do it fast, I mean, this would be great. I love it. And to me, $20 is worth it. I wear it all
And
the
that
time.
one's wool.
Yeah.
So it's really, really warm.
I
And,
really like it.
Speaking of guests, to tie two things together, talking about you talking about making your bone broth. I really wish somebody would have been here or just happened to walk in, when she opened that lid on that thing. 'Cause it's really big old chicken feet sticking out of the bone broth, And,
It had scared him when he
it
saw
didn't scare me. I just
It
kind of
startled him.
kind of startled me, looking over and his doggone chicken feet sticking up out of the bone broth.
And then when I took the lid off and I went to stir it, a foot stuck up and it made me kind of jump. I forgot that I'd thrown them in there. So.
Yeah. So, Bonnie, I don't know if that's to me, it says, or to us. Thank you for always answering your silly questions. There are no silly questions. No bad questions except the ones that don't get asked. And hey, everybody's got to ask questions. You don't know something until you know it, right? And
see, Teresa said that she was going to say shoot it, and say I would.
oh, she would have.
I
She
would
wouldn't
shoot
have
a
thought
rat.
twice if she'd.
Yeah, not the little mice. I would chase them and try and kill them.
I got a tactical shotgun by my bed.
I wouldn't have shot it with that.
Let that be a lesson to you, anybody. Just so you'll know, I got a tactical
Be
shotgun by
nice.
my bed.
Be nice.
It's a good thing she didn't think about it, because like I said, they'd have been holes in the floor. So I can tell you this, though, she'd have got it. All right, we got to get out of here. It's
And we do have the cats, and I might put them in there.
we might put the cats in there. So anyway, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank
had
y'all for watching.
had a blast. Keep an eye
Yeah.
out for a beer bomb. Please don't forget to email me, all you essential oil gurus, what you think I need to do for a manly outdoors type daytime beer bomb, essential oil. Give us your recommendations. Until next time, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Have a blessed week.